Welcome back to the program. It is now time to go to WWE for this week. And to Raw, the legendary 801st episode of Raw. This really wasn't a good show. There were some highlights. The opening segment was great with Batista and Santino Marella. They were scheduled for a match, had the match, Batista won. But before the match, Santino Marella put up the hunkometer again, which is the greatest thing. And I want to say this, and I want to call somebody out. Wiggly, my friend, Wiggly, who, host of the Jakara podcast, A Go-Go, on a mostly weekly basis, smart wrestling fan, Wiggly's World, We Talk Games, has not seen the honkometer. He has not seen the honkometer on Raw. He always misses it. And it's like, 1 week, Wiggly, you will catch the honkometer, and I bet you the week that you catch the honkometer, Santino loses the Intercontinental title. But after the honkometer came up, he came up with the brain barometer, and this was funny. He was talking about brain cells, how many brain cells he has. Apparently, Santino has 10 billion brain cells, or 10 trillion. It was an illion. So he's got a lot of brain cells. He says that he has 2 times more brain cells than the average man, and then Batista has 12, and then he was going to beat up and take half of them away. Sorry about that. But anyway, then he gets beat 1, 2, 3, and then JBL comes in after the match, beats up Batista. Really, this Raw really wasn't that good. I mean, yeah, the reunion of the X, and it was like, could it be? Could it be? It could be! I mean, come on, how many times have we seen these guys reunite? Like, when it happened in 2006, it meant something. In 2008, it really doesn't mean anything, And then to do that on the 801st episode of Raw, when you could have done it last week when it meant something, I don't know. I just don't get WWE sometimes. I really don't. Charlie Haas, once again, hilarious with the great Charlie, which is probably the best one he's done yet. Maybe better than CHL or Charlito or even Mr. Perfect. It really was the best one I feel so far today. And you know what? Here, the funniest thing was the little strap-on chin. He kept that, managed to stay on during the entire match. But his wig didn't. Well, wigs usually don't stay on, pretty good. And then 8-man tag match. I didn't really get to see much of that, so I really don't have much of an opinion. But, the Raw really, it was sort of, to me, it felt disappointing before a pay-per-view where your main event could be one of the great title matches of all time. And I'll get to that in a minute. But, I don't know, I just felt a little disappointed. Other notes, ECW moved up to 1 hour. They are now on at 9 o'clock on Sci-Fi. So if you do watch ECW, start watching them at 9 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock Eastern Time. And SmackDown begins their run on my network. For those of you who are lucky to have that. So anyway, time to go to the No Mercy Report. No Mercy this Sunday night, October the 5th, live from Portland, Oregon, 8 p.m. Eastern Time is the start. Now, like I always say to you, it is always on pay-per-view, but if you don't have pay-per-view capabilities, you can watch it on WWE.com. All you got to do, go to WWE.com, click on No Mercy, go to How to Order, and you can get it on the internet. It's only $39.95. If you do get it, you actually get a couple of bonus matches to watch before or after the pay-per-view. You get from last year's No Mercy, Beth Phoenix against Candice Michelle, Rey Mysterio versus Chavo Guerrero from No Mercy 06. Mr. Kennedy versus Hardcore Holly from No Mercy 05. Bret Hart and the British Bulldog against Vader and the Patriot in a flag match from Bad Blood in Your House 97. And Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Yes, the Triple H from In Your House Buried Alive from 1996. So, now that you all know, if you can't order it on pay-per-view, how to get it on the internet, let's look at the card for this Sunday night. The main event for the World Heavyweight Championship in a ladder match. Chris Jericho against Shawn Michaels. That one's going to be off the hook. Triple H will defend the WWE Championship against Jeff Hardy. Matt Hardy defends the ECW Championship against Mark Henry. Batista will face JBL, the winner, the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight title. The Big Show will face The Undertaker. Candice Michelle gets her opportunity at the Women's Championship in Beth Phoenix. And Rey Mysterio faces Kane with an interesting stipulation now. If Rey Mysterio loses, he loses his mask. It's as if we've never seen Rey without his mask before. Unfreaking believable. And next week, the No Mercy results in next week's Raw. TNA and Ring of Honor next.